Hi friends, an accounting journal entry is the basic thing with which we are going to do ledger, final accounts, etc. But in journal entry, debit, credit, golden rules, double entry, like several things are there and it may little complicate. But what if we develop a plug and play template that too based on our own logical understanding? Will it not make the accounting process simple and easy? Yeah, that's what we are going to do now. We are going to develop our own plug and play template. Watch the video till the end. It will make the accounting process very simple. Let's see the video. Welcome to SPSPM Knowledge Hub. New visitors, press the subscribe button and also press the bell icon and get regular updates. Also like the videos and share it to your friends. In the last video, we discussed what an accountant is doing throughout the year. What are the activities of an accountant? The link for that video is given in the description box. You can see that. The accounting process that the accountant is performing start with understanding the business transaction and journalizing it. So now in this video we'll discuss what is journalizing. So to understand that we need to know what is a transaction. Say if we are having a pen worth 500 in our pocket, then it is not transaction. But if we give that pen to anybody else and if we are going to get back something in return, then it will be a transaction. Likewise, if we are going to have some 1000 rupees note in our pocket, then it is not transaction. But if we are going to give that and get something in return, then it will be a transaction. So in order to perform a transaction, we need two persons. One is our company and the other one is our opponent. So two persons are required. We need to know our company name and the opponent name. Opponent can be a person or it can be a group of persons. In order to do the transaction, we need to give something to the counterparty and we need to get back something from the counterparty. So we need to find out what we are giving and what we are getting back. Here, whatever we are giving to the same worth we need to get back because Newton's third law or law of karma will always apply. So if we are going to give what 1 lakh rupees, we are going to get back for 1 lakh rupees. It should be of equal value. Once when we find out who we are, who is our opponent, what we are going to give, what we are going to get back, then we can easily pause the journal entry. So this is the first situation. Here, say in this example, we purchase furniture worth 10,000 for cash. So here what we are going to give? We are going to give cash and we are going to get back furniture. Once when we find out these two things, then we can easily pause the journal entry. Journal entry is furniture account debit to cash account 10,000. Here we need to start this first line from the margin and write down. The second line we need to start by giving some space, then afterward we need to start it. And we need to mention account for each and everything. Furniture account, cash account, sales account, purchase account, likewise. Why? Because account is a place where every related things are being noted down. Anything related to furniture will be noted down in that page. So that is called as furniture account. Here we need to note down all furniture related things in one place. So it is called as furniture account. So we need to mention account name, account for each item. And in the first line, for the first line item, we need to mention DR, that means debit. It represents that it is something we received. And in the second line, we need to mention two. It represents that it is a credit line. So first line is a debit line, second line is a credit line. And this debit and credit does not have any other meaning other than just looking like a two sides of a road. The first line mentioned what we received, second line mentioned what we gave. Once when we understand these four things, that is who we are, who is our opponent, what we receive, what we give, then we can easily pause the journal entry. But in some situation, we might not have received equivalent value, but we might have created some responsibility. Because if equivalent value is not being returned, then the counterparty will be responsible or we might be responsible to him. So that is the second situation. So in this example, 10,000 is paid as advance to Mr. Ram. Here we are going to give Ram 10,000. So that is what we gave. But in return, we gave 10,000 rupees to Ram. But in return, what Mr. Ram gave means he did not give any product or any good things or goods. But he is supposed to return money worth 10,000 in future. That responsibility is created. Since responsibility is created, Now, what we can do means we can mention the counterparty name here itself. In the debit line, in the first line, we can mention our counterparty name and mention the amount. That's all. Then we will finish this journal entry. So the journal entry is ROM account data to cash account. It means that cash 10,000 rupees is given and a ROM is responsible to repay the 10,000 in future. Likewise, purchase furniture worth 10,000 on installment from Vasant & Co. Here what we did means we got furniture. Got things means we got furniture and it is worth 10,000. But what we have given, we not gave anything to the company. But instead, we are supposed to give back money worth 10,000 by way of installment to Vasant & Co. A responsibility arises. Since we are responsible to repay to Vasant & Co., what we can do means we can mention the counterparty name in the credit line. We can mention the counterparty name as given by Vasant & Co. worth 10,000. So if we do that, then our journal entry is over. So what is journal entry? Furniture account data to Vasant & Co. account 10,000. In second scenario, what we did means an equivalent value is not returned. Some responsibility is created. But there could be another situation also where no equivalent value is returned as well as the counterparty is not responsible. When it will happen? Say for example, we have paid 5,000 rupees as telephone charges. So in this case, we have paid 5,000 cash. So that is what we have given to telephone department. But we did not get anything in return. We did not get back any product or any tangible thing. And they are also not supposed to return anything in future. No responsibility is created. So in that case, the first two lines in the debit portion will not apply. But we need to find out why we have given 5,000 rupees. Here we have given 5,000 rupees because we have availed telephone service from them. We have availed some utility from them. So we have spent the money or we have given the money for some utility or some service. So in that case, what we can do means we can mention the service name itself here or our expense name itself here and mention the value. Or if we have lost money because of some thing, then we have mentioned the nature of loss and mention the value. So here telephone charge is availed and it is worth 5,000. So that is mentioned in the first line. So now the entry is telephone charges account data to cash account. If 7,000 is received as interest on deposit. So in this case, cash of 7,000 is received. We got 7,000 cash. But have we given anything? No, we did not give anything. But are we responsible to the counterparty? No, we are not responsible to repay 7,000 in future. Then why we received the money? We received the money because we have given some money in the past and for that we have collected interest. This is our gain. This is our income we have gained. So in that case, what we are supposed to do means we are supposed to mention the gain and mention the value. For what kind of gain we have received, that we are supposed to write down and mention the value. Then our entry will be over. Cash account data to interest account. This is how we can mention the journal entries. Most of the ordinary business transactions, that is excluding opening entry transaction and excluding closing entry transaction, routine business entry transaction will fall under these three categories. So by asking these questions, what we received, what we give. If equivalent value is not received or given, then is any responsibility arise? If no responsibility arises, then is it income or expense? By asking these three questions, we can easily pass the journal entry. And for this, we can use this template. And with this template, we can find out who we are, who is our counterparty, what we have given, what we have received. So by this way, we can easily pass the journal entry. And journal entry will look like this. That is, from the margin, we need to write the blue color lines, that is debit lines, and we need to give some space, and then we need to write the orange line, that is credit line. And in debit column, in the first column, we need to mention the debit amount, and in the credit column, the second column, we need to mention the credit amount. This is how we are going to write down in our journal or in our diary book, and we need to enter the year, month, and date also in the side. This we are doing in our book, and if it is for the opponent book, then the ulta of this transaction, the opposite of this transaction, we need to enter it. And for each transaction, underneath the journal entry, we need to mention the story in 2 lines. That is the question we need to mention in 2 lines as narration. So if we do that, then the journal entry will be over. So this is a simple template through which we can easily pass the journal entry, and we'll use the template, this template, and we'll pass several journal entries in the next video. Subscribe to our channel, like and share. Thank you.